Your footprints disappeared long ago. The rain erased the streets, but every choice I make today still echoes where we meet. You no longer walk beside me, yet somehow you're still near. Not as a ghost that haunts my nights, but as a voice I learned to hear. Time moved on, the seasons turned, but love became a lesson learned. Some people leave, but never really leave. They live inside the words we choose, the dreams we still believe. Every kindness that I offer, every promise that I keep, carries a little piece of you with me. I finally packed the old apartment. The keys no longer fit the door, yet every room inside my memory still feels the way before. I bought another cup of coffee, sat beside a different view, then smiled because I realized I learned that peace from you. No photographs, no last goodbye, just quiet love that learned to fly. Some people leave, but never really leave. They become the quiet courage we never thought we'd need. Every sunrise feels a little warmer, every night a little less blue, because somewhere in my healing they're still alive from you. Maybe the purpose of some people isn't to stay forever. Maybe they're meant to leave behind a better version of the heart they once held. Some people leave, but never really leave. Not in the rooms, not in the streets, but in the soul they help create. I'll never call your name again, yet I carry what you gave. Some people leave, but love never truly walks away. The wind grows still, the dawn breaks through. Some people leave, but the best of them lives on in you. When midnight fills the empty room, the silence starts to breathe. Every quiet corner carries a piece you chose to leave. No footsteps in the hallway, no whisper at the door, yet somehow every heartbeat sounds like yours once more. The city's asleep, the stars are bright, but your voice returns with every night. Your voice lives in the silence, soft as the falling rain. It never asked me to remember, yet it finds me just the same. If echoes are forever, then forever you'll remain. Your voice lives in the silence, calling out my name. I made another cup of coffee, watched the sunrise touch the sky. For a moment I forgot the pain, then I heard your laugh inside. It wasn't real, or maybe it was. Some memories become a part of who we are. No photograph, no old goodbye, just one sweet memory passing by. Your voice lives in the silence, like a melody so true. Every lonely conversation still somehow leads to you. If love can't cross the distance, then maybe this is proof. Your voice lives in the silence, long after we were through. I used to feel the quiet, now I understand it better, because silence is where the most beautiful memories choose to stay. Your voice lives in the silence, but it no longer makes me cry. It reminds me that real love never truly says goodbye. I'll carry every word you gave me, like stars across the blue. Your voice lives in the silence, and my heart still thanks you. The morning comes, the night is gone, the silence stays singing your song. It wasn't only losing you, it was losing who we'd be. The little house beside the water, the family in my dreams. I still imagine Sunday mornings, coffee brewing, curtains wide, a life that only ever lived inside my hopeful mind. You left the room, but something more walked quietly out the door. I grieve the future we never had, the years we never touched, the promises we never broke, because they never came to us. Some hearts don't break from yesterday, they break from what could be. I grieve the future we never had, more than I grieved losing you. I still pass the little bookstore where you said we'd grow old. We laughed about gray hair together, two young hearts acting connecting pieces of another life. I grieve the future we never had, the sunsets we never saw, the children who never called us, the pictures never on the wall. If dreams have silent graveyards, mine still carries your name. I grieve the future we never had, long after you had gone away. Maybe the hardest part of healing is accepting that some beautiful stories only exist in imagination, yet somehow they still teach us how deeply we were able to love. I grieve the future we never had, but not the love we shared. 'Cause even unfinished dreams can prove that something real was there. I'll stop asking what if and start thanking life for every moment that actually happened. I grieve the future we never had. Now I'll honor the love we truly lived. The dream grows quiet, the morning breaks, some futures fade, but love leaves beautiful traces. No one ever tells you how heavy silence grows. It settles in the smallest places, the chair, the hallway, the side of the road. I stopped saying your name out loud, afraid it might break me again, but somehow my heart still whispers it when nobody can hear. I lost your hand, I kept the scars. Some people leave, but never leave our hearts. The weight of your absence isn't made of tears, it's every ordinary moment I thought we'd spend through the years. It's birthdays without your laughter, it's sunsets all alone. The weight of your absence feels heavier than stone. Haven't answered, I'm doing fine, with a smile practiced 1,000 times. No one notices how quickly I change the subject whenever love becomes the conversation. Because how do you explain missing someone who still lives inside every version of yourself? The world's moved on, the seasons changed, but love remembers every name. The weight of your absence never asked to be seen. It quietly lives between my breaths, inside every dream. If healing means carrying this forever, then maybe healing is learning how to carry cycles stay, and some loves become the strength we carry every day. I still recognize my reflection, but something in my eyes has changed. The boy who believed forever quietly walked away. He trusted every promise, he never feared goodbye. He thought love could fix what life could never hide. You didn't break my heart alone. You changed the soul I called my own. The version of me that loved you died with us, not from anger, not from blame, just from carrying too much hope. I learned some people survive without ever being the same. I still laugh with all my friends, still watch the seasons come and go. I built another life somehow, one day you would never know. Because the deepest scars don't always ask for sympathy, they quietly become part of your identity. The world kept turning, I stayed still, learning how to carry what I couldn't heal. The version of me that loved you still visits in my dreams. He smiles without fear, he reaches for your hand. He doesn't know how our story ends. Sometimes I oh, people say you'll find love again. Maybe they're right, but no one ever talks about how love changes the person who goes looking for it next. You don't begin again at the same heart you begin. Someone who remembers the version of me that loved you will always live inside my past. But the version standing here today has learned that broken hearts can still become beautiful, not because they forget, but because they choose to keep loving life. The mirror stays, the face remains, but somewhere between yesterday and tomorrow I became someone